Shalkimbekov from Kazakhstan in the red. Now Shalkimbekov beat Idrissi of Pakistan by TKO in round 1. Dацилаев had to go the full distance with Afansenko of the Ukraine. So on paper, Shalkimbekov, the fresher of the two. Dацилаев immediately shoots in. Shalkimбеков aware of that, and the two big hitters of the IMAF championships are Russia and Kazakhstan. Head to head here. Oh, uppercut attempt there from Shalkimбеков. Dацилаев saw it early. Looks to a little trip on that leg to take his man down. And a good sprawl by Shalkimбеков. Leads with the jab. Looks for the overhand right, sharp. Dацилаев saw it. Luckily for him he did, because that would have connected strongly. Moves away from Dацилаев's reply. Shalkimбеков looks dangerous upright, waiting his moment. Good stiff jab again. Oh, the right hand clips his man, and then so does the left. Dацилаев caught twice there from the accuracy of Shalkimбеков. And Shalkimбеков keeping the range. Doesn't want Dацилаев to shoot in. Nice loose movement from Shalkimбеков. Dацилаев throws the low kick. Uppercut from Shalkimбеков as Dацилаев went to shoot. It's a great counter if you time it right. So he's making Dацилаев think about shooting in now. He's saying, look, this uppercut's here. Keeping it at his range excellently, Shalkimбеков. And again, stops the tie-up. Gum shield comes out for Shalkimбеков. Right hand lands this time for Dацилаев. But Shalkimбеков back up and throwing his own shots. But there again, the kick was the mistake. Gave Dацилаев the opportunity to look for his back. But what a fast opening round. Back and forward. For me overall, it looked like Shalkimбеков was in control, but Dацилаев still looked very dangerous when he got his opportunities. Still a lot more to this bout. Round two, an intriguing opening round. And Shalkimбеков kept it at his range for most of it. But Dацилаев, you could see the moment he gets the opportunity, is on it.
Ready, fight!
Shalkimбеков, very good with the boxing technique. And as I said, hints or does that uppercut to try and stop Dацилаев coming in for the shoot. Dацилаев doubling up the left hand. Oh, and there's that right uppercut again that just slows Dацилаев down. It's worked twice now. The takedown attempt was best when Shalkimбеков went for the kick. Until that point, Šalkimbekovov kept it upright and at his range. Good left hand again. Snaking it out, looks for the right this time. It's Dацилаев that looks to lure him on and fire back, but there's that little punch combination again from Šalkimbekovov. Steps away as Dацилаев comes in. There's the uppercut. Looks for the right, but instead it's Dацилаев that lands it. Oh, both men punch at the same time. Šalkimbekovov working behind that jab, throws it as a hook this time. Steps away from the punches, there's a right to the body of Dацилаев, and then the uppercut. Superb boxing from the Kazakhstan competitor. Oh, and another beautiful right to the body. Working up and down now, loose-limbed, and you can see getting into his stride. Dацилаев will have to get this takedown, or at least attempt it. But there's also accuracy from Dацилаев because Šalkimbekovov is bleeding from the nose. Throws the right counter though as Dацилаев comes forward. Oh, beautiful work to the body from Šalkimbekovov. Oh, and the right hand lands cleanly, picking up the shots now. Nice right hand though again from Dацилаев, but up back to his feet. Šalkimbekovov so hard to take down. Hasn't risked the kick this round, have you noticed? Stuck to his boxing. And the rights and lefts landing cleanly. Oh, Dацилаев having to eat those punches. He's taking them well. But Šalkimbekovov again prevents the takedown. Keeps it at range. Last 10 and the accuracy with the red corner here. Steps away from the reply from Dацилаев. Lands with the left again. Two excellent rounds, and the second round totally upright. Virtually a boxing match. And for me, that round was definitely won by Šalkimbekovov. 2 down, just 1 to go. Third and final round. Dацилаев, you feel, well, he's happy to stand and trade. He's a good boxer as well. Looked for the takedown. Šalkimbekovov not going for it, and Dацилаев, both men bleeding from the nose now. Dацилаев looking to lure Šalkimbekovov on. And real needle here between the two bigs of the IMAF tournament, between Russia and Kazakhstan. And real needle, referee having to get between them as they clashed heads. And again, no love lost here. And Dацилаев looking to lure Šalkimbekovov on, and he responds, clips him with the right. And look at Šalkimbekovov having to respond to Dацилаев, stood there in front of him, wild-eyed, and they exchanged the punches. Dацилаев almost not wanting the takedown himself, wanting to slug it out here. Look at these punches coming in from Šalkimbekovov. What a bout this is turning out to be. And now he goes for the takedown, Dацилаев. But Šalkimbekovov remains on his feet. This one's got the crowd going, an absolute slugfest, and finally, for the first time in the bout, Dацилаев gets the takedown. What can he do from here? Because it was an upright war until this point. Downward punches from Dацилаев now. Шалкимбеков on his back for the first time in this bout. And I will say that Dацилаев, as he was luring Шалкимбеков on, what a chin, because at one stage he took a 4-punch combination there. Dацилаев posturing up now to throw those right hands. Stacking himself high. Шалкимбеков. Downward punch there from Dацилаев. Now looking to strike heavily, but Шалкимбеков firing back, defending himself here, so he's not having it all his own way. Dацилаев. Continuing to rain down the punches. Dацилаев, Шалкимбеков firing back, moving his head consistently. Stacks up high once more. Last 10 seconds. It's been a big end to the third round for Dацилаев. It's how you judge those opening 2 rounds. I had the second cleanly to Шалкимбеков, but it's how you score the first, I think, decides this bout. Because you could say second to Šalkimбеков, third to Dацилаев by the time he got the takedown. Now they make up, but what a third round that was. Absolute slugfest, and then Dацилаев continued the ground and pound when he took Šalkimбеков to the ground. So for me, round 1 is key to the victory in this bout. For me, this all hinges on round 1, but for me, also the best bout in this cage today. It's Šalkimбеков. He edged that first round, won the second clean. For me, Dацилаев took the third, but bout of the day goes to the man from Kazakhstan who remained on his feet the whole time, prepared to stand and